It looks like 2016 might be the year of virtual reality. The highly anticipated VR headset, the Oculus Rift, will finally hit stores early next year. This might come as a bit of a disappointment for those who were hoping the Rift would be out before the end of this year, and this means it will launch around the same time that Sony and other rival tech companies are expected to release their own VR headsets. The developers hope VR will revolutionize gaming and also transform the way we watch movies and TV, browse the web, and communicate with one another. Basically, you'll be able to live inside your headset and never leave your house. The biggest question that has yet to be answered is how much will the device cost? Expect a sticker price to be revealed in the coming months.
Oh my God.
Get ready to take a trip to a real-life version of the Mushroom Kingdom. Nintendo and Universal Studios are joining forces to create theme park attractions based on Nintendo's most iconic games and characters. The deal will include major attractions at Universal parks and resorts all over the world, with all the characters and worlds from the vast Nintendo library up for grabs. They haven't said exactly what those major attractions will be, but they could include rides, 4D presentations, walk-through worlds, or live stage shows. We've got our fingers crossed for a Mario Kart ride and a DK Jungle Cruise. The deal is still in its early stages, so don't expect to see the first Nintendo attractions at Universal Parks for at least another few years. Some fun stories to talk about in the rundown today. Here to help me talk about them is my fun pal, Mr. Scott C. Jones.
These are very fun topics.
Nintendo is getting into the theme park business.
Yes.
I think there's a big finally after that statement, right?
I think so too. You know, I thought a lot about the last couple of Mario games, and they really haven't gone anywhere since Galaxy. I just feel like they've kind of leveled off, and turning all of the stuff from the Nintendo properties into theme park attractions, like, that's very interesting to me. You know?
Well, these are incredibly enormous properties, arguably some of the most famous characters and worlds that we have in popular fiction right now.
What about a Hyrule?
I know, and it's always been an incredibly attractive idea to game enthusiasts like us to kind of imagine that one day we would finally get to walk around in these things.
You just want to go there and collect all the collectible things.
Well, and that's also the other big part of it. It's clear to me that Nintendo is taking, licensing in a whole different way these days. They're starting to understand all of the different ways that they can diverge from their core game sort of business. I think it's going to be very exciting, and they're doing lots of really cool things there. So thumbs up, Nintendo. Now, Oculus Rift, we've got a release date that has finally been announced. It's still a little bit vague. We don't know the price. We don't know exactly when we're going to be able to get this thing.
Yeah, and you know what? I think I've been a little worried about VR for a while now, even though you go to trade shows like the Game Developers Conference recently, and there's lots of VR on the show floor, but I started to worry about it in the same way. It's kind of a neuroses that developed around Google Glass. Like Google Glass never came to fruition, all those photos of people wearing it. And VR looks like they've staked their claim. It's all coming out. It's all coming at us. I don't know how this is going to bear out. I don't know what the fruits of it are going to be. It's interesting. It's something I definitely want to keep an eye on. Our hair is just going to get destroyed through all of this.
Maybe we just zip it right off, right on the show, January 1. The year of VR.
The year of VR. Vic and I go bald.
Let us assimilate.
Yes.
And we'll put on.
That's exciting. I think people would like to see that for sure.
That would be fun. No, I think that the potential for VR has a long way to go, and it will be exciting days. I'm also incredibly excited about what is happening with HoloLens. I think the idea of manipulating things in space like that sounds really cool. But we won't need VR for Splatoon, which is coming up soon. Here's a look at the multiplayer.
The Rundown is brought to you by EB Games.